to another Sunday episode. I hope you've been having a good day. I hope your weekend's been nice. It's unexpectedly warm where I am, so it's been a very sunny, warm weekend, which is not a bad break. Today I'm just going to do a little bit update to let you know how things are going while I'm playing Final Fantasy X-2, and I'll explain why in a second. Although, do I really need a reason to play Final Fantasy X-2? I don't think so. Let's be honest. Let's use our budget grenade. No, just kidding. Let's steal more. I'm really big on thieves stealing as much as they possibly can. But, you know, I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I want more time to really do well on the video for my interceptor researches, and I just haven't had time to do that. And unfortunately, my next... oh, that's not who I wanted to steal from. Anyway, I'm not gonna have time over the next few weeks, maybe even the next month or two, because I have a lot of trips, I have a job interview out of state, so even though I can get the content together, like, I can talk about reception in video games ad nauseum, but I do want to make it somewhat entertaining to watch, somewhat visually appealing, because personally I have trouble watching podcasts, or listening to podcasts. Obviously you don't watch a podcast, that's why I have problems. I don't like just listening to people. I like watching something. So the YouTube is really great for me. Like I enjoy watching people play video games. I enjoy watching clips. And so I want to make something that's enjoyable for y'all to watch as well. But since I'm not going to have time to do that, I'm going to do the next best thing. The next best thing being a little love letter to Final Fantasy. You all know that it is the... oh, I can't go that way? Oh, disasterific. You all know that this is the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy. Happy 30th. And maybe you didn't know that, but if you didn't know that, we know now. And this is my favorite franchise of games. There's no doubt about that. Even when I don't like the game or the characters or the mechanics, I just really love the series. And I love a lot of what it stands for. Sometimes 15 gets a little bit attacked for what it is and for not being a Final Fantasy game, but I think it actually fits very well into being a Final Fantasy game. And so on Sundays, I'm just going to be playing a little bit of 10-2 for you. And mostly, though, just talking about Final Fantasy, just talking about my memories, what it means to me. So kind of think of it, I'm subtitling it as Final Fantasy Diaries, my love letter to the series that has just been a big part of my life and my friendships. So, you may be wondering, though, why of all the Final Fantasy games I chose 10-2. No, it is not my favorite Final Fantasy game. That is not why I'm choosing it. But I am choosing it for a couple of reasons. First of all, I have it. So it's easy to choose when you own it for PlayStation 4. It would have actually been very convenient to have World of Final Fantasy for this series, but I don't have it yet, so can't play it. Can't play it if I don't have it. Another reason is because I'm already playing through the whole main series on Lissa's channel. I'll put a link into the description so that you can see it. But yeah, I'm already playing through all the games there, so it'd be kind of a waste of my time to replay something I'm already playing with her. Or, yeah, there'd be not much more for me to add, we can say. Everything I have to say about Final Fantasy, I'll say in that series. And yeah, so that wouldn't be much fun. Although I was very tempted to play 6, because 6 is my favorite Final Fantasy. But can't play it, because Alyssa and I will be getting to it eventually. So those are probably actually the two main reasons why I'm playing it. Good reasons, I think. But a third reason is I realized that 10-2 was the last Final Fantasy that I bought and played right when it came out. So, I feel like there must be a treasure chest around here. Maybe up on the boat. I mentioned this in my intro to 15, that one thing I was really looking forward to about the 15 experience was simply being able to play it when it was new, and play it with other people and talk about it as we worked through it. And that's totally been true. I've had a blast, and I really enjoy talking about 15, so definitely tweet at me if you want to talk 15. I'm going to try not to talk about it too much in this Sunday edition, because I haven't... Oh, there's a Moogle. There we go. That's recovered me. That's nice. Run away! So I'm going to try not to talk about 15 a ton, simply because it's currently being played on my channel, and I don't want to spoil it if you're watching along or just playing on your own and don't want to get it spoiled for you. So I'll try to keep an eye on that. Yeah, just kill them. I'm tired of this. But everything else is fair game. I'm gonna talk. I don't even know why I'm so tired. But anything else Final Fantasy is really fair game. So the emphasis also won't be on this game itself. Although it's hard for me not to watch it while I'm playing it. I mean, look at these guys. They are so funny. I really like them. And wow, those animations were really smoothly done. Like, very kind of cartoony, but nonetheless. You can definitely notice the improvement in the graphics, because I am playing the PlayStation 4 remastered 10-2. Oh, Yuna. This game is so strange. But I have played it before, so I know more or less what I'm doing. I know more or less what's gonna happen, although it's been many years. But I did play it right when it came out. Oh, that was on me. Logos and Ormi. Logos means reason, word, account, whatever you kind of want it to mean. Ormi, I'm not 100% sure what it means. Okay, so he has nothing to steal, so we can kill him. Ormi. I mean, Ohorme, which is O-R-M-A in Greek, just with a rough breathing with an H, essentially. It means, like, an urge. So it has to do a lot more with the passions, whereas logos has to do with reason. So maybe it's related to that in the Greek. Who knows? I could probably look it up. But that's going to be my guess. It sounds like a good guess, right? Anyway, so this one I did play when it came out. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, what's not to enjoy about this game? Like, it's a lot of fun, a lot of side quests, a lot of ridiculousness. I don't know where it falls on my list of favorite Final Fantasies, because I don't actually, I haven't actually ranked 10-2, because it's not one of the main quote-unquote games. So I guess I would just put it in with the 10 verse, and just all the 10 games I love. Why can't, oh, I sphere change. Okay, we're learning how to do this. That's nice. I don't know if I want to, but I think I have to. Sure. Go be different things. So, what was I saying with this? My favorite Final Fantasy, as I did mention, is 6. Woo! And, like, nothing will ever be able to replace 6 in my heart. It's just, I love it so much. 10 is my second, though.
So I chop things up and we win. I think I can handle
So
that.
if we count 10 and 10-2 together, it actually ranks second. My third favorite game is Final Fantasy VIII. My fourth favorite is currently 15, and fifth is 12, so I'm just going to give you the top 5. 8, 15, and 12 can kind of waver a bit, but that's where it stands for now. And, oh good, a silver bracer. That sounds like it'll be useful.
It was nice knowing you.
And it is kind of hard to keep track while you're fighting. Keep track about something that's not the game when you're playing it by yourself. So,
This is goodbye now.
go back to being a warrior. Let's be honest. Pain is my favorite, though. Oh my goodness, she is my favorite.
Hand it over.
She just is the best. Look at her. Anyway. So, 6, 10, 8, 15, 12, more or less. And let's just talk briefly about my first experience playing Final Fantasy. Because I grew up playing what was then known as Final Fantasy III. I don't remember buying it. You know, it's, wow, your eyes are strange. I'm not sure I like the advanced graphics. The cutscene graphics are great, but I'm not sure the advanced graphics do it for me. They just look really cartoony. Anyway. Yay! Mission complete. Oh, look. Alright. Gain some levels.
My body just started dancing by itself. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, the whole sphere grid thing
While I was dancing,
is really strange. I'm not, or not the sphere grid, but whatever they call it. The garment grid. Those are weird. Like, it doesn't seem safe. It seems like
I was. It felt
you
like some
should
of the person's
just get
excitement
rid of
just took
them.
over.
Yeah, so we're gonna get this explanation.
The emotions of the person
Right,
recording
isn't that
this are
creepy?
passed to the user.
Isn't that dangerous?
And creepy?
I can't really say.
But it's your invention.
I'm just a kid.
Yeah, so this sets up a lot of creepiness to me.
I want to see.
And there's some canon,
One moment.
or at least reference,
No, that's
that this Shinra is ancestor to Shinra Core from 7, which just makes it
Completed my latest
even
invention.
creepier. Creature creator, use the fiend trap pods to capture fiends and train them. The more fiends you capture and train, the more fascinating tales you will hear about them. And by fascinating, it probably means creepy. So, I've been playing Final Fantasy 3/6 for as long as I can remember. And so to me, Final Fantasy is really all about friendship, which sounds really dumb. Because it's like, yes, of course, Final Fantasy is about friendship. There's always friends like Yuna and Pain and Riku doing their thing. But I don't just mean the games are about friendship, but playing the games are about friendship. Growing up, my brother and I played 3 all the time, because that was back in the day when Final Fantasy games were still multiplayer. And there was really nothing more enjoyable for me, probably because, I'm an introvert. And I like spending time with people, but sometimes talking to people is difficult. Even my family. Probably because we're, with the exception of my mother, we're all introverts. But playing video games was, of course, a really nice way to spend time with my brother without having to talk very much. And it was just absolutely lovely. Just taking the time and... Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Doing everything that you could do in that game. I have no idea how many hours I have spent grinding in Final Fantasy VI in all the playthroughs that I have done in my life. I don't know how many times I've played that game. A lot. It was almost a summer tradition that, we would play Final Fantasy, and I would beg my brother to. Like, I want to play Final Fantasy 3. And he, being very generous, would play with me.
Barkeep's a Hypella.
Great, I don't...
No one knows his real name, so everyone just calls him Barkeep. Brother took him in, and now he works aboard the airship.
Let's see. Just pay attention real quick to what we can do here. Oh, look, these things. I should, equip and stuff.
Thank you.
Another time. That's not interesting. And that really continued throughout my life. We played a few of the original ones on emulator. And then when I finally got a PlayStation 2, we went back and played 10 and 8. We never played 7 or 9 together. I played those much later. But we played 7 and 8. Or we played 10 and 8. Which, might explain why they're my favorite Final Fantasies. Or they're definitely up there. Because for me, the experience really makes the game. It's not just about playing it. And I think a lot of the games that I don't like as much, it's simply because I played them by myself. And that's not my preferred way to play video games. Hence this LP channel. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode, and next time I will talk more about friendship and early games and strategies, and maybe go into some of the character types that I really like in Final Fantasy. So thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and like or share this video. If you love Final Fantasy as much as I do, let's get a conversation started. Please let me know what your favorite games are. What are your top 5? Do you like playing games with other people, or are you a loner? Did you get more out of, say, 13 than I did? I'm guessing no, but maybe you did. I'll try not to be better. I love this franchise, and that's why I'm so critical of it sometimes. But anyway, I'll see you next Sunday with more Final Fantasy Dear Diary. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye.